Alright, what's up guys? Josh Kip here. It's a day after the remote duel extravaganza, the NA1, which I got first place in with Fractal.deck, Tri-Brigade Zoo, and I just wanted to post on my own profile and just to get some of my thoughts out there that I didn't disclose in the other one by GrimYGO. Shout out GrimYGO. And round one, I played against the Mirror, and I 2-1'd him. I top decked Mystic Mine off of Twin Twister, actually. Round two, I played Drytron, and I just set up Outboard Revolt game 1 and 3, and he couldn't break through it. Round three, I played Drytron. He activated Shit Off Fusion, which was really weird, and we were in a stalemate, but I top decked out of it, and Doom Eagle was actually the MVP. Just kept shuffling back his Drytron names. Round four, I played against another Drytron player, and I don't really recollect anything that happened in that one. I was kind of tired by then. Round five, I played against Adagnister. I opened up Nerval, three Solemn Strikes, and a Solemn Judgment. I kind of won. The trap cards really carried me. Round six, I played against Shaddoll Invoked. Zeus, really just the MVP. Basically just 2-0'd him. Uh, had Harpy's Feather Duster both games. It was insane. And round seven, it was Heroes, and I 2-0'd him because of Zeus on Dark Claw. So, other than that, let's get into the profile. So I played pretty standard, 3 Fractal, 3 Nerval, 3 Kit, and 2 Karis. I think this is a perfect ratio for the Zoo build. I don't really like Cat. It's susceptible for too many hand traps, and I don't like playing on like the risk where if they don't have hand traps, then just go off. I like building my deck to be as safe and as consistent as possible, which this one is just by far the most consistent deck right now. So 2 Kuras, perfect. And for the Zoo monsters, we played the 1 Rat and 2 Thoroughblade. I like this ratio a lot. Just normal summon Rat. It baits out hand traps on its own, and it's a 1 card Farragut. And the Thoroughblades, they just give you draws, attack for 16. The 16 comes up a lot, and then you just make a Zeus. Or the draw, if you open up, let's say you open up like Thoroughblade Rat, Thoroughblade Thoroughblade, or like Barrage Thoroughblade, then the draw really comes in handy if you don't open up very optimal. If you have more than uh, 2 Zoo cards, then it's not like the most optimal, but your deck has a lot of 1 card do everythings. So these are really good. Never bricks really. Onto the hand traps, we played 3 Ash, 3 Veiler, 3 Nibiru. I actually just switched my list, so I'm only manning 2 and I'm citing the other one. But we'll get into that after. And then we played the 3 Infinite Permanents. Standard. I don't really like Ghost Bell. I just don't think it's that good in the format. It's good against Prank Kids, but usually your deck, you have the Nibs and you have the Ashes, and usually you shouldn't have any problems with Prank Kids with this deck. On for the spells, we played 3 Fire Formation Tenki, best card in the deck. The best starter searches for your Zeus, for your Zoo engine. I just call them miniature Zeuses. And then it also searches for your Tri-Brigade engine. This card is insane. 3 Pot Desires. In the Extravaganza, I was actually running 2, but that's what I switched the nib out for. That was terrible deck building on my part. I'm not a very good builder. I've been talking over to people about it, and we bumped it back up to 3. That's standard. I'd never do that again. Don't do that. And then the 1 Barrage and 1 called by 8 basic spell cards. Onto the traps. We have the best card in the game, Revolt. This card is it banishes it. You get follow up. If you hard summon Farragut with the Zoo monsters, you get an extra draw. It's insane. MVP of this weekend, 3 Solemn Strikes. This card put in so much work, stopping the normal summons of Alistair, stopping the Mu Beta summons. It's just this card should be standard in all Tri-Zoo deck lists. And then we have the one card that should be banned out of every card is Imperial Order. This card's unfair. Even though I saw it like I don't think I saw it once actually, if I'm thinking about it now. But let's go on to the extra deck. We have one Almirage in case you have like awkward hands where you have to normal summon a kid or a Nerval to play. Two Blossom. You need the second one for past turn one. Um, I feel like the extra deck's pretty standard at this point. The Zoo monsters and the Zeus make it pretty tight, so you have to kind of just go with the basis, and I don't think I'd put anything over the second Farigit. One Bear Brum, Searcher's Revolt. This card's just a powerhouse. My favorite card in the extra deck by far. And then for the other link too, we have Ancient Warrior, Out's Rivalry. People are playing that now. Out's other problem cards. Just can't go wrong with a bounce. For the link threes, we played Rugal. It's needed. You need a link three for your access code plays, or if you don't. So if you have three, or what am I trying to say? If you don't, if they force your revolt and you have Rugal on board, you don't have to banish at that point. You can just wait until during their main phase at any other point when they have a problem, and you can Rugal special and then Omen banish then. And this card comes up. That came up like 3 or 4 times this weekend. Definitely, definitely play it. One Doom Eagle. This card put in so much work against Drytron. It's so good. It's also good against Striker, but I don't believe that anyone is playing Striker right now. And the relevant stages. But this card just shuffling back cards from the graveyard so good. And for the link fours, we have Appaloosa needed, access code needed, and 2 Omen. Omen's always going to be the card, is what I'm trying to say, I guess. This card is it's so good. And this was the first time I really like even played the deck. And I could see why people play it. It's so consistent. You do kind of the same plays every turn. And something about it just doesn't make playing this deck stale. And for the XYZs, we have the one Tiger Mortar, one Borbo, one Chalkanine, and the Zeus. Standard 3 Zoo monsters in the extra deck, so you can make your 2 Sen Zeus. And then for the side deck, we played 3 Contact Seas. This card's insane versus the Mirror. That's how I won game 2 in the Mirror, actually. I was at a very rough point. I think he double hand trapped me, and I ended on like a normal summon of a kit. And he asked my desire and per my kit, so I had like a kit and a strike, I think. And he normal summons a Thoroughblade, and I slammed down a Contact C, and he just can't really do anything. So he kind of just beat over my kit, and then I searched, and then next turn I just popped off and killed him. This card, this card's something. And then for my tech choice, I guess I haven't really seen anyone else play this. 3 Italian C. This card overperformed in the Drytron matchups, should all invoked matchups. Uh, I didn't play any Prank Kids, but this is what it's mainly for. And when it's sent from the field to the grave, you can also add Contact C. And if you can't out this card on your own turn, because it kind of hurts you too by banishing everything, you can normal summon a Fractal or a Zoo Monster, and then you can hard make a Chalkanine, and then just overlay for Borbo, attack, and you can make a format Zeus and 4 summons, which is really nice. I'd play this card again. This card, both the C's are insane. C's are always insane. And then 3 Drolls for just Drytron. I didn't want to side Sakurita just for one matchup because it's at Ignister. Should all invoked, dragons, whatever other like mid-range kind of combo decks are in the format. So Drolls just staple at this point to me. And from what I changed from the Solemn Judgments that I played are 2 Artifact Lancia and the 3rd Nibiru. I don't feel that Judgment's needed. You already play Strikes, and it doesn't really come up. Say you get like Twin Twister, the worst that happens is you lose a Strike, but you still activate your Revolt, and you still get the follow-up that you need to play through the next turn. These two cards just seem infinitely better, in my personal opinion. And then standard 3 backer removal. So overall, that's all I changed out of the list. It's pretty solved by now. The deck's pretty glued together, right? And yep. Well, thank you guys for watching, and this is Josh Skip, and I'll see you.